We are following some breaking news this morning, a developing story here where the IDF is now reportedly checking the possibility that its forces killed Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar in Gaza. As you take a live look right now. Again, this according to the IDF. They posted this on X. Again, they say this: during the IDF operations Gaza, 3 terrorists were eliminated. The IDF and ISA are checking the possibility that one of the terrorists was Yahya Sinwar.
At this stage, the identity of the terrorist cannot be confirmed. We wanted to head now to our foreign correspondent, Zach Anders. He joins us live in Israel with the latest. Zach?
Hi, good morning over here, or good afternoon over here, I should say, as we are following this breaking news. Remarkable scenes and the images that are coming out of the Gaza Strip show a man dead who appears to have the same facial features as Yahya Sinwar. I've texted some IDF sources. There is a strong belief at this point in the day that it was, in fact, Sinwar who was killed, but this is not confirmed at this point. This is just a strong belief that is being shared within the IDF. Now, Sinwar has been heading this organization since 2017, when he assumed the role as the military commander of Hamas. You'll remember that Ismail Haniyeh, the political leader of Hamas, was killed in Tehran. In that moment over the summer when Ismail Haniyeh was killed, it left a bit of a vacuum at the top of Hamas leadership. Well, Yahya Sinwar stepped into that role and assumed both titles: the military commander of Hamas and the political commander of Hamas, ever since that moment back in August. Now, what we've been watching throughout the duration of this conflict has been an elusive leader who has not been seen publicly since this war started. It's believed, and Israeli sources have been telling us for months, that they believed that Sinwar was deep underground in the deepest part of this tunnel network inside Gaza that could not be reached, and that he was surrounded by hostages. One of the things that the IDF is putting out within the last hour is saying that they do not believe that any hostages were in this location at the time of the airstrike, and they don't believe that any hostages were killed. So one of the other interesting elements here is that this does appear, to the images that are circulating online, it does appear that this is above ground. This was not inside of a tunnel. So some pretty major questions here as to if this was, in fact, Sinwar who was killed. It appears that he was above ground at the time. He was not surrounded by hostages. And one of the elements here, and one of the major questions going forward, guys, is going to be what happens to a hostage deal. The last thing we know is communications from both the Qataris and on the Israeli side saying that they did not believe a deal was going to be able to be achieved until after the election. Well, still, for a deal to be achieved, it's believed that it needs to be signed off by the architect of October 7th, by the architect of Hamas, Yahya Sinwar. If he is dead, where does a hostage deal stand? I'm already getting some text from the families with great concern as to what this means for the still 100 hostages, Israeli hostages and Americans inside the Gaza Strip, if potentially the leader of Hamas has been killed. And again, we're getting a strong belief from our Israeli sources that they do, in fact, believe he was killed today inside the Gaza Strip, nearly a year, almost a year to the day from the October 7th massacre inside Israel that he orchestrated, he planned, and he carried out.